Michael Norman, a huge fan of just demolishing the runner in any way that he can. And with the new tools between Consulting Visit and other such pieces for Wayland, he's really happy to see that
got some
Blue
contract
Sun.
killer.
Oh, man. If it's kill, he's all about it. And he's already drawn.
Let's look at his handy hand. 2 siphons, a sure gamble, something else.
Feeling pretty good. Michael not necessarily seeing what he likes.
Ross's Andy list is pretty, pretty standard. It's got some couple interesting things in terms of breakers, some, stealthy stuff.
So I think stealth out of criminal these days really strong, particularly in Andy. You can see your pieces very quickly.
Yeah.
Will we also see a rebirth? Again, I think that's the question of the day. In every runner deck, is rebirth a factor?
Unfortunately, it is not a factor in this deck.
Well,
what is going
if you
on?
feel confident enough in your deck that you don't need to swap your ID, maybe that's fine.
Yeah, he's chosen to. He has some other one-ofs which are very interesting for influence-wise. So that's we'll see this pretty much. Definitely, if he's going to get going, a lot of his influence why he doesn't have rebirth.
So, Michael, starting us off with a mandatory draw, loving this first hand. We've got
some ice, and he's got oversight already. Anything huge, though.
Oh, the toll booth. A great target. Very difficult for any criminal to break a toll booth, and very taxing if they choose to do so.
Yeah.
So, Michael feeling pretty good about that.
Toll booth not as good as against the Anarchs, so they could just go David go.
That's true.
And you lose it. That'd be sad.
Mother Goddess, also a great card to slap on HQ there. Very difficult to get through, particularly if it's the only piece of ice that's res, which
all the other stuff.
Which Blue Sun is definitely a fan of and can control.
Wow, double gamble.
Double gamble. We're liking that. And money and card draw. Can you ask for more as a
it's a great opening. I mean, Michael obviously has a great opening. He needs to. It's good that he has this much econ to keep up, because Blue Sun, once they start going, sometimes it's impossible.
That's right. Feeling happy to see that one. At this point, just ice. And a public support, a really interesting card.
Trash this or get a point.
That's true. Could certainly be taxing.
I mean, that might actually be worth going like random ice. Okay, maybe not. Okay, Michael's better than I am.
Well, so he's chosen to ice up all his centrals, which is definitely a good call against a security testing.
Yeah.
And now that he's seen a Desperado, he's feeling a little sad that he's not going to be able to get in.
Wow, that aggression, just straight up run archives.
At this point, I don't know how much I agree with that, given that Blue Sun can immediately recoup the cost of any rezzed ice.
Well,
so it costs.
You can run into some nasty stuff, like just like, yo, let's do it.
That's true. There are some crazy things in the meta these days, including Cobra, Assassin, all of which could hit really hard. Michael happy to see some more econ. He's got some decent ice on the board. At this point, I think as Blue Sun, you're hoping to push, set up for the kill. That toll booth on a remote could be really nasty, particularly as an innermost piece of ice.
Yeah.
So Ross, happy to see.
He's got the silencer and the switchblade.
That's right, and he does have the passport in hand, meaning he will be able to somewhat efficiently security test through the Enigma.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's good. Last click, security test.
Last click with the dirty laundry.
Nice.
Excellent. Very good position.
Yeah, he's right back up there.
So as a criminal in this scenario, how do you hope to keep up with the Blue Sun player who is clearly trying to gain an economic advantage in order to punish the runner later on in the game?
Oh, you don't know. It's over.
It's tough.
He has restructure, and he has a midseason to go with
he's
it.
drawn the midseasons. Unbelievable.
It's so brutal. I mean, the worst thing about the Blue Sun, tag, kill, is like you can't really ISU force res. Like, I'll pay a bajillion to res this. You'll pay it to go through.
Yep.
I'll bounce it. You took an agenda. You're gonna get mid-seasoned.
Yep.
Like, it's just so much. I don't know if he's running Plascrete. I can find out.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping, though. Yeah.
And if not, you got to have smart play.
Oh, this is hilarious. Can't break. Well, you can. What is the?
So the Changeling is currently a barrier, which means Mother Goddess gonna have.
Well, he's got a
subtype.
He's got to get Corroder, right? Yeah, he's got a Corroder in the list.
So Michael, very aggressive play here. He's decided to go for the Atlas in the remote. He does have mid-seasons in hand, and Ross is only on 4 credits, so maybe Michael thinks this is the opportunity to tag or bag.
Yeah, this is a great play here, because if he goes... Oh, and this is so brutal.
Excellent
Toll booth,
placement
face
of
check.
Toll Booth. This is going to really put Ross in a position where, does he even want to steal an agenda?
I don't think you can go take this.
It's a tough one.
If you take this, you're getting tagged for sure.
But Michael, feeling totally fine with that, getting an Atlas with one counter, that feels pretty good.
Then it's like, hey, let me go get that Scorch. Let me go get this thing.
Michael showing the true
Atlas
power
is strong,
of
yeah.
Wayland and particularly Blue Sun.
Yeah, and Andy had a strong opening.
That's true.
And it's just, Michael had it better. Oh, the siphon is huge. Last click siphon, I think.
Now, with the toll booth rezzed, can get through that Mother Goddess fairly efficiently with Passport.
It's actually a very strong play by Ross. Bold, probably the right play, too. That's insane.
So at this point, as Michael, I would think, yep, picking up the
Bounce.
Changeling, getting 5 crits back, getting Atlas off the table,
I can do that, yes.
scoring out, and just bunkering down.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the bounce, man. He's at 6. He could have just scorched. Been nasty.
Yep.
These criminals and their tags.
I
I
mean-
forgot about the bounce. I thought it was great. It's like, oh, he goes down to 1 credit. Awesome.
No, and that's
Then
the
the-
amazing thing about
Blue Sun.
Sun.
Oh, my God.
They can just get that value right back.
Take 2 and trust.
So he
Yep.
has decided that instead of scoring the Atlas, he's going to attempt to cripple Ross's economy. And with 2 tags and drawing Katie Jones, again, we're in a scenario
Yeah.
of a tag me criminal.
Shouldn't the Earthrise die now? There's one left. I didn't see him move it. Okay. Yog coming in.
Oh boy,
Data Sucker Yog. So strong.
feeling pretty good. That is certainly one way to get through a toll booth. And Ross, reading the remote, perhaps saw that Enigma earlier.
Yeah. Dang.
And
You don't feel happy when they let you have
snags
the credit.
the Atlas.
You don't feel happy at all about this. The tags,
Yep.
they're going to stay.
So at this point, as Michael,
Do you mid-season?
do you well yeah, he does have 2 tags, could be fairly easily cleared. Michael does have quite a bit of money now that he's picked up that toll booth. So do you hammer home the tags?
Make sure they stick. I don't know. It's a tough choice here.
Dang.
Because he has to debate, is Ross going to clear? If he is, when is he going to do it? You know?
Right. And is this the opportunity, the
To
one
make sure-
opportunity
That I'm going to have to
for
mid-season.
mid-seasons?
I think you have to take it, actually. Because you've taken 1 security testing. There's more. He could even let you take it because he might have one in hand, which he does.
Yep.
Install, no mid-season.
That being said, doing a mid-season at this point would severely cripple his ability
would've.
to protect R&D and potentially even
Oh, yeah, you let a
his
run or 2
HQ.
happen.
Yeah,
I mean,
depends on how
usually
much
you have to.
multi-access
That's the
you can
price of a
find.
mid-season. You have to. You're a little bit vulnerable
That's
for a bit,
right.
but like you get those tags.
You commit to it.
Nice. Tags are gone.
Ross
So pro.
coming back to that no tag me state, which is probably the ideal way to be in this matchup, I would say. Public support on the board, getting rezzed, getting those points. Could this signal some forfeiting agenda tech? Potentially Archer, potentially
Yeah.
Corporate Town. Might synergize well with public support there. And Michael, in a position where,
Oh, overwrote that ice. Oh yeah, it's probably the Enigma. It's blank to Yog.
right, it's a tough one because he's seen that Ross has really assembled his rig quite quickly.
Yeah.
And once he gets a Fractor online, could be trouble.
Ooh, Fisk. And
No good. Oh, well.
Career fair.
mm,
No
I guess
target. No target.
You could Fisk, or career fair Katie Jones. Not necessarily the most value.
yeah.
Uh,
Does he have a Katie? He doesn't have one though.
he does have right there Katie Jones. And a
Oh.
Fisk investment
Oh,
seminar.
I'm not used to seeing the.
I wonder when it is worth firing Fisk investment seminar. At this point,
I don't know. You could fist and legwork and it'd be so nice next turn. Then you could afford it too.
that's true. Although at the moment, Mother Goddess currently has no subtypes.
Oh yeah, it is not.
All right.
Don't worry, he's got tech for that. Wait for it.
Uh-oh. All right. At this point, if you're Michael, I
Ooh,
think
restructure. So nasty.
money is very important, and potentially even oversighting a curtain wall could be the real.
Fisk coming
Fisk
in.
is online. There it is.
Scorch.
And the consulting visit just drawn. Interesting decision here. Not sure how Ross is hoping to play this one. Perhaps hoping to get a res, which would give Mother Goddess that subtype.
Yeah. Well, he just wants the money, not a barrier.
Yep. Changeling online. No Fractor in sight. Michael's feeling okay with this.
Oh, wow.
Nice. And the slap of the toll booth. Man,
Wow.
that is some criminal efficiency. Unbelievable.
What? Oh, he's got another
He's
one.
got another one in hand.
Fairy? Yeah, he doesn't need fairy anymore. He's got switchblade.
Interesting, he's chosen to keep the second switchblade in hand as opposed to the fairy.
Huh.
Maybe worried about
Yeah, if it gets trashed.
surprise trash somehow. Although with the number of killers he has online, only really a Marcus Batty or something might hope to
Yeah.
take out that switchblade, but we'll see. At this point, let's note that switchblade can only break very low strength ice because there's only one stealth credit on the board. So a switchblade at this point is a little useless. I mean,
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
data sucker it, but
It is, yeah, you're right, because you need 2 stealth credits.
that's
to
right. So not
effectively
the
use
best solution at the moment.
it. He has some Ghost Runners, though, in his deck.
Gotta find them.
Ghost Runner's so good.
Yep.
Stealth.
All right. Michael drawing up with Jackson, tossing
Sing.
away some agendas.
Testing is on Jackson. Look one I'll draw.
Ooh,
And
Ottman in hand. There's the
is
tech.
Ottman. Ottman could be really great now.
Ottman at 4. Both those are 4 strength.
That's right. Getting through
And
Changeling
if he has,
and Mother
if he has
Goddess.
one data sucker, he just walks through Toll Booth as well.
That is
you
very true.
You still have to pay the 3 tax, but
Hey,
doesn't get any
that's
better
not
than that.
bad.
Does not get any better than that.
There you go.
Yelling over there that I didn't get full value out of that career credit.
He just said, Ross said, I didn't get full value of my career fair.
Hey, got to get him out of your hand one way
Yeah.
or another, and that's
I mean, it's a really
okay.
good card. Like I love the career fair and modded because you could overdraw and then
Yep.
feel comfortable. Like hey, I get want to click, lose 2 cards out of my hand.
Absolutely. Not the most value,
I
though.
wonder
and
how
we can't forget
Ross
that.
is going to stay ahead though on this econ side. Like he's slow. I mean, Katie's going to be a big help, but Michael still has a lot of money.
Yep, both players sort of eyeing each other, fencing for position.
Another Atlas down. I mean, in his hand.
At this point, oh, very interesting. He's got
Contract
a
killer,
contract
yeah.
killer.
He's going to kill some Katies.
If Ross doesn't address this, this could be very bad for his long-term economic future.
Security. He's still getting the security testing value.
That's pretty good.
Even with that ice there. Michael
And
needs to find
Ross
like a
has
cheat.
decided to load Katie Jones with
It's
a
a dead.
second set of 3 credits, and this is really
Okay,
going to hurt.
duck and cover. Duck and cover.
There she goes.
Can she get out of the way? Can she
Farewell,
dodge?
Miss Jones. Advanced, res, and trashed. What an amazing card,
Dang.
that contract killer. Very
She-
flexible.
Yeah, she didn't do the barrel roll or anything. She didn't even try.
Oh,
Sad.
farewell.
Silencer.
Silencer's down. We got this. I'm going to chop some sentries that don't exist.
And at this point, with Katie Jones off the board, I think Michael is in a position where he can slam home his economic advantage,
Yep.
deny security testing.
Guess how many Katie Jones are in the deck?
Mm-mm.
1.
Goodbye. And with no
And someone was
Real
asking earlier,
recursion.
the number of Katie Jones is 1 more than the number of rebirths in this deck. The number of Katie
Sorry.
Jones being 1. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry, folks. Michael
He will be staying
oversighting curtain wall.
Andy. So good.
No Fractor in sight. Feels pretty good.
I remember one time some guy oversighted 2 curtain walls in 2 turns.
Oh, brutal.
Oh my god. How many times you got to walk into a toll booth?
Hitting the toll booth. What an amazing card for Michael right
It's just
now.
bouncing around the field like, where's toll booth? Where is it?
I want to get through. I want to get through. No can do.
Oh my god.
Michael choosing also to use Toll Booth in a remote, not even protecting
I know, just
the
some
oversight
security
curtain wall.
testing.
No fear. And
Good
there he
thinking.
is. The ultimate amazing Blue Sun
14.
combination. 14 credits. Unbelievable. He's now gotten full value off of 2
I
oversight
think
AIs.
we have to give credit to Michael for being patient, because earlier he could have done a midseason, given Ross maybe like 6, 7, 8 more tags, and he chose
Absolutely.
not to. And now he's in a really stronghold spot where if he takes another agenda, he's going to get midseason and it's going to stick hard.
That's right.
And he's not going to go down much credits either.
So Ross feeling pretty good about this. He's got a 4 strength Ottman on the board.
Yeah.
This is going to
We talked about
counter both Central Ice.
GFI.
Grab the
And-
GFI off the top.
Oh, the host. His
and
film critic.
Film critic.
He's good, guys. He's good for the midseason.
Oh, man.
He's good. We're going to get
Ross feeling good.
Hey.
Very interesting use of Contract Killer to kill Katie Jones. Michael perhaps wishing that Contract Killer had stayed around for a certain film critic.
there. Don't worry. He'll hire another one.
Oh, yeah.
I think he had to do it there. That was perfectly the right play there. Get rid of Katie. So good.
So Michael has done a great counter at this point. Set back by having the global food stolen, but a loaded film critic is going to slow Ross down and perhaps prevent him from challenging this advanced
Yeah, 'cause
Atlas.
they spent 2 clicks to clear it, which I would do immediately. Click 4, wow.
Running click.
So he needs
4.
3 credits to break Toll Booth. He's at 6 right now. But he has 4 data suckers.
And there's the curtain wall
and
that we saw
that is-
earlier.
that is a hard in the run.
Oh, that will. Yep. Atlas with a counter. This is where you want to be as a Wayland player. At this point, mid-seasons potentially not as impactful, but he does have a Scorched Earth.
Yeah, you just got to check R&D every turn here. It's free.
At this point, I think that's Ross's best line of play.
Ooh.
And the Ghost Runner down. And we know that
I wonder how liberal you can get with those runs, though, because you can also get C-sourced anywhere. Is it C-sourced in this? Or just the mid-season? Oh, there's a lot of cards. But yeah, I think Michael, you can just start throwing agendas down there and just hang out for a bit.
now we do know that Ross does have Corroder in hand, and he also has a combination of Data Sucker and Ottman to get through a 10-strength curtain wall.
Still, though, I don't know if you want to do that. That's a lot of data suckers that can be
You-
spent elsewhere. You're not on
Yep.
game point yet. I think even right now, I still think you check R&D. It's a free run.
Absolutely.
I think there's never a turn where you don't do this. As long as it's only going to be a changeling, you need to keep checking that card every turn.
That's right. You are getting a huge amount of value out of those runs.
And Michael is not in a position to win immediately. It's only been
Correct.
advanced once.
So Ross getting his security testing, Data Sucker, incredible value, running back.
Yeah, running back for real. It's smart.
Ooh,
consulting
a consulting visit could potentially be impactful in
I just don't see how you can threaten their remote. You can, but so much.
so he's gone ahead and
yeah.
cleared out those Data Suckers
Cash him in.
to get through the curtain wall.
Host.
Global food on the
Interesting,
film
advanced
critic.
once.
It is a bit of a tell. I wonder if Michael considered the Ottman play to get past that curtain wall. And with mid-seasons in hand,
Well, you can't mid-season. It's hosted.
yeah, not
you
so
can't
happy.
you can't punish him in any way for doing this.
So
Interesting.
what can Michael do at this point? Oh, he's going into his deck. He is going to find something. An Atlas. Okay.
Use the Atlas to search for an Atlas.
Interesting. So now that
Oh,
Ross
this
has
is his
cleared
data suckers
off-
are gone. Yeah,
Yep,
he thinks
cleared
he
off the
can
data suckers.
Still advance. Advance, because it doesn't cost a click.
This is a bit risky play, though. We do
Inside
know
job.
that Ross could, use some criminal tricks between inside job or even just slapping down Corroder.
Yeah.
All right. No fear. This is the true Wayland.
Yep.
Everyone knows what's going on. No secrets. Public. It's an agenda. Come and get it. And Film Critic, while preventing Ross from getting midseason is also somewhat taxing in preventing
I
that.
think you just run R&D once. If you win, then you click the film critic and just win the game.
That is a fair line of play.
I think
and
you have to let this go. Yeah,
I don't.
me and Ross, we're on the
Yep.
same wavelength here.
I don't know if challenging is
Trash.
that doable.
Okay, good. That too. I don't know.
Well, Ross is on a fairly low amount of credits, and so
Yeah.
like with the previous game with John, trashing of Jackson can add up over time.
God, what's up with these criminals not running RDI? I
a
mean,
good
the last two did, but some don't. I don't like. Imagine if you were seeing 2 cards.
Right.
I think that could kill you too, though, because if you host and then you steal.
That's true.
Oh man.
All right, Michael, continuing the chain of pain with Project Atlas.
Testing on R&D. Click one, I'll run R&D.
Man,
There.
both players squaring off.
Run R&D.
This R&D fairly weak.
Steal it.
Oh, he got there. He got
that
there.
is enough.
Yeah, that's the way he was gonna win. Steal, host.
Tough position for Michael to be in. Caduceus in hand, wasn't going to do anything against Switchblade.
Right.
Very tough.
What's it called? He couldn't run back the turn before because it was his 3rd click. If he runs back, he can get killed by
Correct.
mid-season death because then he can't click off and win the game immediately.
Correct.
That's why he had to wait a turn. Someone was asking about
I
that.
didn't find that.
But that I think is okay. I think Ross felt fairly confident that
No,
Michael
he was
couldn't
making the
win
right choices
quickly
yeah.
enough.
Also, as the game goes longer, like, okay, he couldn't break that current wall that one time.
I'm like,
He can the next time because all the runs he makes on R&D, he's stacking up those data sucker counters. And if Michael, he can't take a turn to purge because then he just like runs again and gets more data suckers.
At that point in the game, I think Michael was on his back foot, and
I thought he was going to be well ahead, but it was Film Critic. Film Critic won the game basically.
the power of Film Critic again.
Because it turns off midseason entirely. Michael's econ advantage doesn't mean much when he can still get in pretty cheaply with the data suckers.
Yep. And a real shame, despite the Katie Jones appearing to be a really high-value target for trashing, that contract killer not used on the Film Critic ended up going in Ross's favor. there.
Michael does not run C-Source.
Yeah, so
Also,
it turns out
there's
no
multi-axis
C-Source.
in this deck. I didn't see the RDI, but there's turning wheel.
There is turning
There's
wheel.
In the Andy just didn't draw the turning wheel, which the value. Look at this: run R&D with security testing, run again for a card. It's so good. And then you
Yep.
got 2 counters the next turn. Oh my God! It just keeps adding up. I love turning wheel.